I'm going to touch briefly, because Jean has dealt with the economics so brilliantly, on what I call the economic paradox, the second paradox of Japan. And again, for an outsider, it's simply this, that Japan's had 2 decades almost of stagnation, but I think, as Roger Cohen said at the beginning, for an outsider, it's still a country with great companies, Toyota, Toshiba, Sony, great technology, and a standard of living and a quality of life that Europeans, at least, can envy. But it cannot, I think, here's the paradox, go on not growing. Its capacity to shape events in Asia and beyond will depend ultimately on whether its economic performance begins to recover. And that takes me, I think, to the final thought. I don't want to take sides. I don't know enough about Japanese politics to take sides between one party or another. But it does seem to me that the election of DPJ has the potential to revitalize Japanese politics, to inject a competition into Japanese politics, which ultimately will be vital for success in economics. You need competition, I believe, in politics in order to generate change and reform in economics. So I don't know whether the present Prime Minister, the present government will be a success, but I think it would be a tragedy if this government, or if Japan were to move back to effectively a one-party system. I think it won't, because history, I think, is on the side of plural politics. I can't think of a country in the world that's moved effectively from a one-party system to a 2- or multi-party system, and then has moved back. So I suspect that we're going to have competition in Japanese politics for a long time to come. But my final thought is, and I was sort of puzzling before this meeting, if I was Japanese, what would I define as Japan's core geopolitical interest? And it seems to me it's actually precisely the same as Britain's core geopolitical interest. And that interest is in the construction of a multilateral, rules-based international system that accommodates the rising powers in the world and brings their acceptance that cooperation rather than competition is the way to achieve both security and prosperity. Japan can't move towards achieving that goal of a rules-based system unless it's prepared to take some risks, unless it's prepared to be an actor on the international stage, and unless it's prepared to say we're going to be international activists rather than a nation sheltering under the wing of the United States. And that's where I'm. Thank you.